doing my live dance, doing my live dance. Okay, I'm live. Hello, Twitch. Good morning, YouTube. How is everybody? Excuse me. Hi-ho, Solar.
Ad Astra Abyssosque. We meet again, you two.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have any commissions for us today?
Commissions, huh? Let me think. Oh, how about this? Please attend the Academia's Academic Symposium this afternoon and recite a love poem on stage.
Wait, say what now?
And if possible, please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience upon finishing the poem.
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
I see. It appears that you're not interested in this commission. In that case, please go to Port Ormos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
Hey, that's not any better.
I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Paimon's gotta ask. Just who exactly has been submitting these commissions to the Adventurers Guild?
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
You're Nadia, right?
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often. Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes. When did you get into her head? From when she said, Ad Astra Abyssosque. So it's been you this whole time? Are you done resting up, Nahida? Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways, and I even had a really, really long dream. It was another dream about the Sub-Zerus Festival, except it was a happy one. In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around me. They danced round and round, and everyone looked really happy. I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, raised me really, really high above the ground, and I was throwing an endless amount of Yalda candies at the children.
How was the Drake face?
You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zerus Festival really should be.
Oh, the Genshin event?
Joyous time where everyone gets
I have
together
not
to
even
celebrate
done
your
a little bit of the
birthday.
Genshin event.
Huh? Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? Why are you both looking at me like that?
Yes.
Wait, could this be an example of the emotion known as pity?
They have to be
No,
fucking.
no, we aren't pitying you. would only make
I've been
everything
learning
worse.
Nouvelette's
We just
story
don't want you to
through
feel too
Allie's
sad.
friendship with
By the
Nouvelette.
way, have you had a
And
chance to visit
the
Dunya's
answer
hut?
is yes.
How's
Yes,
she
they
doing?
are very
The
much
Holy Armies
fucking.
haven't allowed any visitors after the festival, so
And
we
if they're
haven't been
not,
able to check
it's
on her.
homophobia.
Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. She was
They
resting
are
at the time.
100%
Her condition
dressed to
is
match each
stabilized.
other. Literally
However,
have tons
since
of
Elazar is a
fucking
manifestation of the withering of the human body,
screen time
we
together,
can only
supposedly
cure
in
it by finding a way
Fontaine.
to take care of Irminsul's own withering. But for the moment, our top focus should still be figuring out what the sages are up to and what they're planning.
Oh, but they are.
Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like
Yeah,
the
they do.
Samsara of the Sub-Zero's festival. So our first priority should be investigating and putting a
Yup.
stop to the sages' activities. As for how we should pull that off, let's discuss it somewhere else. There are too many adventurers around here.
Yes,
Oh,
Risley and
good point.
Novelette are fucking. There's no way that they're not.
We're gonna be borrowing Catherine for a little while.
There was a part in Nouvelette's story where he basically implies that he got Risley out of jail specifically to serve his purposes. So, like, you know. Ask people for their character sheets. Also, Nouvelette and Risley, their power set together is fucking ridiculous. When me and Allie go boss hunting with Nouvelette and Risley, bosses don't stand. Bosses can't walk. Bosses aren't allowed to move. Oh my goodness. Nouvelette drowns the enemy and Risley just stun locks them for eternity. Yeah. So, like, literally, out of everyone I've seen paired up together, these two have, like, even their, like, actual move set is meant to be around each other, if that makes sense. You're unapologetic.
Let's continue our chat here.
Yeah?
Okay, so do you have any ideas on how we can investigate the sages, Nahida? Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts. I've already tried that, but all the key members of the Academia, even the core 30 guards, intentionally avoid wearing their Akasha terminals. It seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course,
I'm sorry,
it
buddy.
could also be because they're wary of me.
I'm sorry, buddy.
already caught the sage's attention?
That's
I'm
fair.
guessing not yet. But distrusting me would make perfect sense
I'm sorry,
if they
buddy.
ever paid attention to the urban legends about me. In any case, I probably can't take over their minds directly. We're in the dark as of now. Since we still don't know anything about their goals, any rash move could tip them off and lead to terrible consequences. After all, every person in Sumeru City is one of their hostages. No way, that's too risky. You mean it'd be too easy to get caught? No, it's not that. We shouldn't involve innocent students in this. A single mistake could completely ruin their lives. Doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals. How is that any different from what the sages are doing? That's a good point. Spoken like the god of Sumeru. Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind, right? Don't keep us in suspense. Spill the beans already. According to a popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the Academia, Rejecting impractical motions at the beginning of a planning session will give more weight to the actual proposal.
Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of gimmick to make us take your ideas seriously.
Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, and if I can't get ordinary people involved, then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to side with the sages.
You're saying we should recruit a spy? That does sound like it could
I'll
work.
hate them.
Oh,
Sounds like
before
I'll hate
coming
them.
back, we met someone named Alhaitham. He seems like he
Yep.
acts alone.
Alhaitham.
And he likes doing stuff behind the Academia's back. They probably aren't in cahoots.
Actually, I already have someone in mind. Do you still remember that female scholar named Sataria?
Sataria. Paimon remembers now. Isn't she the one who's always trailing behind the Grand Sage of the Academia? We ran into her basically every time the Sub-Zero's festival repeated itself. You could even say we're old enemies by now. Paimon still remembers the smug and mean way she always spoke to Nilu.
I've always liked observing all kinds of people, and Sataria has always stood out from the crowd. She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the academia, and also gave her the opportunity to serve as the sage's assistant.
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city are working as mercenaries.
The name Sataria
Kinda
means
racist.
star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest star in the night sky. Later on, she was chosen by the sun. The star was given a place in the daytime sky to complement the sun's dazzling light. Soon after, the star witnessed the sun scorching the earth, which brought forth many disasters. The star began to waver. Instead of staying beside such a sun, wouldn't it be better to return and light up part of the night sky? But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
From the sound of it, Sataria's just hung up on the research opportunities here. But she doesn't really support the academia. She still feels guilty about not doing more for the desert, right? She's just running away from her problems.
Indeed. When they are presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ears and go with the flow until the problem can't be fixed anymore. She's suppressing a lot of guilt, but before she realized it, she had already become the sage's accomplice. She can't deny her part in their schemes anymore. Right. We must somehow make her face her problems again. That way, not only can we get useful intel from her, but she can also use it as an opportunity to redeem herself. From my past observations, Sataria will take a day off from the academia every 10 days to do some shopping in the city. Tomorrow afternoon just happens to be a shopping day for her. That'll be our chance. To prepare, let's go check out some of her favorite spots, and have a quick chat with a few of the vendors there. This should be Sataria's favorite fortune-telling spot.
So should we ask the fortune teller about Sataria?
No, I already have enough information on Sataria. The most important thing now is for you to pay attention to the vendor's talking style and key characteristics.
Talking style and key characteristics?
My poor lost lambs, have you become troubled over your fates? The divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears. If thou be blessed today by the gods, I may be able to show you the way.
Huh? Really? Nahida, you've been whispering things to her?
Shh. My friend here has some doubts regarding his future. Can we get a fortune reading for him?
Of course, of course. In that case... It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you. Perhaps, at some time in the past, you have somehow offended the gods.
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the Lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro. Do those count?
Oh, I can't
nothing.
record that.
Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Health prospects, no problem at all. Oh. The gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed. Your life shall continue on for many tens of thousands of years. Impossible. Harut, Marut, did you two spoil my divination? I've never read a fortune so absurd.
So we're immortal, confirmed.
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably the most accurate fortune telling you've ever done.
I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix is suboptimal. As such, there will be no charge.
Is that so? Well, that can't be helped.
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit, perhaps they could help you reverse the wheels of fate.
Is this another one of Sataria's favorite stalls?
Yep, it belongs to a king. His father helped Sataria a lot when she first moved to Samari City, so she still comes by whenever she has time. When I start talking with him, listen carefully to the details of our conversation.
Ah, dear customers, would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take a look.
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from the Adventurers Guild? Sounds like I'm in for some big business.
Speaking of, where did you learn this trade?
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad. He's a mason by trade, but I picked up an interest in clay while apprenticing for him. After that, I began making pottery by myself in secret, and I simply changed trades when my works turned out well. Although it's a pity that I'm no longer making much use of the knowledge provided to me by the Akasha.
That's nice. You're making a living doing something you love.
So is your father still working as a mason?
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg. Since he had already saved enough Mora over all these years, he's just enjoying the retired life in Port Ormos nowadays.
I see. We wish him peace and happiness in his retirement. I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another day for some goods. We'll leave you to it. Take care now.
No problem. Rest easy, all our goods are sure to meet your every need.
be our final stop. Sataria's always thinking of this restaurant when she's working at the academia, so she always comes by whenever she's out in the city.
Nahida, you've really thought of everything.
It's my duty to protect Samaria's citizens, after all.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh? Sorry, I don't quite remember.
If I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about shipbuilding at the time.
Ah, that's right! I've always been really interested in feats of marine engineering. After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the port.
Hi, and welcome to
I
the
came to
stream. I hope you're
Sumeru to
having a good
study.
day.
But failed to make it into the academia due to my lack of talent. But I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars. And I'm continuing to study and perform research from the restaurant's basement. I'm sure I'll get to the academia after their next round of exams.
What an admirable spirit for learning. Amazing.
Sure, but you'll find hardworking people wherever you go.
So this restaurant has a basement as well? Huh. First I've heard of it.
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time, employees use it for breaks or to hold private events.
I see. Yes, that makes sense. Well, good luck with your studies, Miss Chishan.
Thank you so much. As long as I can make it into the academia as an official student, I'll be happy.
Alright. First things first, though. Gimme.
Yahoo!
So, was that everybody?
Mm-hmm. 3 familiar faces should be enough for Sataria.
What's the point of all the information we've collected? Nahida, you still haven't told us how you're planning to make Sataria face her problems.
Sataria is already used to avoiding her problems, so we must find a way to break through her usual sensibilities. I remember you mentioned that the Eremites in Port Ormuz are all making a fuss about the upcoming resurrection of King Deshret. Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the fate of her homeland may turn out to be Sataria's soft spot.
Oh, Paimon gets it now! You want to take advantage of the guilt Sataria feels about her homeland. Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages. So, how do we set that up?
Well, King Deshret is long gone, and Sataria is also too smart to fall for any simple tricks. If we simply engaged her under the guise of King Deshret's believers, she would definitely be wary of us, and we may not get anywhere. But if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with her, her reaction would probably be very different.
So, you mean you're going to possess those people we just talked to?
Yep. Possess them through the Akasha. Imply they've already converted to the faith of King Deshret, and then convey our made-up will of King Deshret. As long as everything goes smoothly, we'll get through to Sataria for sure. She'll never guess that we had anything to do with it.
So that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people. It's so that you won't slip up and break form. Possessing them will only work if you can manage to pass off as them.
Exactly. So, best of luck with impersonating them.
Huh? Best of luck? But we don't know how to possess anyone.
That's no problem at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them. As long as you're also wearing an Akasha terminal, the effect will basically be as if you've possessed them yourself.
What?
Huh. That is pretty convenient. But why does he have to do this? Can't you do it yourself?
I agree
Although
with
I've been
Paimon.
observing humans for a while, I've never been good at imitating them.
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious whenever you try to pass as Catherine.
If it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone. But seeing how things are now, I probably should just accept it and push on.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it. We're only doing this to help everyone, and we'll only be borrowing them for a little while anyway.
Alright, then let's give it a go tomorrow afternoon.
Shit. Oh, while we're waiting, I should go and do my login thingy, websitey thing. Daily check-in thingy. There we go.
Here she comes! Satori is here! Let's quietly follow her. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, we'll find a safe spot to begin possessing them. As for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know what to say.
Paimon's starting to feel kinda nervous. Okay, let's go. Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding spot and get started.
We're in a hiding spot. That is a worse hiding spot. Bro, if I saw that, I'd be like, you're
can't
possessed.
force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook. Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right? I heard everything you said.
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there.
Her eyes rolled into the back of her head.
Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. Is something wrong? I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again? Ah, that's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they? Harut and Marut.
So, which fortune do you want me to read for you today? You must have come for another echo of the divine voice of wisdom.
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
A mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I really just want to get it over with.
I hear you. No problem at all. The gods will reveal the truth. The gods are asking, Setaria, why haven't you gone home?
Why haven't I gone home? Do the gods really know everything I've been thinking about?
Setaria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a question. The gods seem to be truly upset.
I'm sorry. I know I failed the gods. Please pass on my most sincere apologies and ask for their divine forgiveness. And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all, King Deshret.
King Deshret? No wonder he would make such demand of me. Wait a second. King Deshret passed away a long time ago. Even though news of King Deshret's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the Academia. How can King Deshret still exist in real life?
What insolence! I am King Deshret's most loyal believer. Do you wish to refute his voice of wisdom?
Oh,
No, is she okay?
As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even this city. I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait!
Whoa! She just ran off in a hurry. She looked pretty upset, too.
Well done. Setaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core.
Aw, Nahida, it seems like you understand human emotions really well after all.
All I know are some abstract Harabatot theories. In any case, my time with you has shown a lot of them to be utterly useless. I'm still trying to make sense of everything.
Be nice to your paw.
Anyway, enough of that. Let's hurry and catch up to Setaria.
She's out of Keem's now, right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him.
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again? Oh, right. Your old man's craft. How could I forget? Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better? Oh, that's good to hear. I've been thinking a lot about him. If I could get some more time off, I'd love to pay him a visit. Actually, while we're talking about him, is he still living in Port Ormos?
Yeah, he's been retired there for a while.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Let him know that recently, faith in King Deshret has taken root in Port Ormos and has begun to spread across Sumeru. He has a quick temper and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a fight with those King Deshret believers because of a difference in beliefs.
Oh? So, who are you siding with in all of this? The Academia or King Deshret? I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray King Deshret, and now you spend all your time with those crooks from the Academia.
Akeem, you don't mean you've also become a believer of King Deshret?
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa, Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this.
Before I knew it, I was really starting to get into this
You
role.
really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. It might feel a bit overwhelming for Sataria. But once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything. Anyway, let's keep going.
Nope, this sounds awful.
Sataria's already started talking with
So, Shishan, have you noticed anything weird in the city lately? Like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
Oh, right. Speaking of strange things, I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count. That was really weird.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report indicated anything like that.
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's citizens?
Shishan, don't tell me that you've converted to King Deshret as well.
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret. In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who works side by side with the Academia and treated people as nothing more than experimental subjects?
Please, please stop!
Even now, Sataria's still trying to run from her problem.
She can no longer justify everything to herself.
Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards! What should we do?
This is the most important part of all. Quick, get ready.
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Matcha right away. The situation in the city is getting out of control.
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me what's happening in the city.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking about?
King Deshret! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead.
Oh, mod
It's
Kata
impossible.
bot. Bye bye bot.
Miss Sataria, nothing is impossible.
You know my name?
King Deshret is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price. You must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become, and the deeper you will be ensnared. Child of King Deshret, never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
This poor girl.
What
We
an
are really fucking
absurd
with her brain.
question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
It seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more believers of King Deshret. I have to say, this is a familiar feeling. I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the sage's plans, and from ignoring the letters from the children of my homeland. But no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides, did you really want to conduct your research while carrying such heavy feelings of guilt?
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer of King Deshret? Or are you the god himself?
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the Academia and its sages, and to correct their mistakes. If you could provide some assistance in this matter, perhaps it could serve as a form of atonement.
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fated opportunity for me to get out of this wretched situation. Please tell me, What can I do for you?
How much do you know about the Sage's current activities?
I was just one of the designers for the masked dream harvest scheme, which is what happened around the Sub-Zeru's festival. But I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that only staff with the highest clearance would have access to those confidential documents. I've just been working to meet the Grand Sage's specified requirements. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city, and even the sages are still quite wary of him.
To fight against the Academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work. Is there a way for us to get access to the confidential documents you mentioned?
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant to the Grand Sage, and I've been working on many tasks outside of the project. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them. The sages have always closely monitored all activities within the Akasha. Let me see. Let's use the most primitive method. Send someone to pick up the documents tomorrow evening at the Academia entrance.
The Academia entrance. Wouldn't that be too conspicuous?
Don't worry about that. I assure you, this won't be a trap. I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the Academia again. It'll be safest for me to distract the guards long enough to hand you the documents.
All right, I trust you.
So, if I were to successfully complete this task, would it mean I've atoned for my wrongdoings?
That'll depend on the judgment of the Dendro Archon.
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. As the God of Wisdom, she's also the one responsible for judging and guiding the scholars. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Sataria to our side!
The Traveler's execution was ingenious. He's the one who deserves all the praise. Well, now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening, all we can do is pray for Sataria's mission to go off without a hitch.
Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? God of Wisdom and Guardian of the Scholars?
No. The truth is the true Guardian of Scholars. I've always believed that. Anyway, let's meet again tomorrow evening at the Adventurers Guild.
It's another wait. Yep, it's another wait.
Brace yourselves! Now I wish I was sitting at the top of a tree, looking out over a meadow, cider in hand.
Well, we didn't wait long enough. There we go.
Catherine,
Hi, Mouse.
Oh, you are the other Catherine, right?
That's right. I suppose I'm the other Catherine in your mind.
Can't we just call her Nahita?
We're on a secret mission tonight, so we need to protect Catherine's identity.
Yep, Paimon's right. we cannot fully rule out the chance that the meetup tonight is just a trap. If something were to happen, my existence may be the only trump card we'll be able to play. After all, the Academia should still be unable to confirm the existence of my consciousness in the outside world.
Yep, exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking.
I somehow doubt that.
Anyway, enough about that. Let's just make sure to be on our guard.
Speaking of which,
What do you feel is off?
just a little too quiet.
It's the middle of the night. Of course it's quiet. You're not getting paranoid, are you?
No, I think he's right. It really is a lot quieter than usual. If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets. I'm not sure if this is the case for the entire city, though.
Huh. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe Sataria figured out a way to not only distract the guards, but also to get everyone to go to sleep early, just so we can exchange the documents in peace.
I also can't quite figure out why things feel a little off. But now that we're here, let's go ahead and meet her as we planned.
Well, regardless, as long as you're here with us, Paimon feels a little safer.
Alright, give me 1 minute. Oh, I said to no one. I need to go to the bathroom.
Sure, I'll play you another tune, but it'll cost you an apple.
I am back. But nobody's still here, which is fine. Meows. Meows, meow. Are you in the room? Meows. I guess I have to keep that open. Alrighty. Hi and welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a good day.
Huh. There really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the academia, and that Sataria managed to distract all the guards.
Here we go!
Okay, this is not the academia? I could have swore it was. Is it up? Maybe. Hello, hello. It's nice to meet you. Let me know if it's alright to say your name in the chat. Otherwise, I'll just call you chat. As these are permanent and they go up onto YouTube, and I don't want to be an asshole. All the same, I hope your day is going well. Thank you, Voltic. is going on?
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular
who's this
welcome,
asshole?
even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor.
Voltic says, I hope your day is going well as well. Oh, he's a harbinger. Of course he's a
If you're
harbinger.
looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
Best character in all of Genshin. Okay.
The people
Well,
of
I'm new to
Sumeru City.
Genshin. This is my first time.
What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals.
Oh,
Now
no.
they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success.
I
And
already
now
hate
it
him.
seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
Oh no, what should we do? These are all just regular people.
Leave now. You need to get out of here.
What? That guy's a Fatui Harbinger! We can't just leave you here!
Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru.
Okay then. He's just a terrible villain. Yes.
Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
Oh man, I hate this guy. He's so creepy. He reminds me of those plague doctors. Which was probably the inspiration for his look
This should be far enough.
and aesthetic and
Paimon needs to catch her breath first. Is Nahida going to be okay? We only made it out because of her.
I'm not sure. That guy was pretty
I
terrifying.
wasn't counting on running into a new Harbinger here, let alone such a high-ranking one. That guy was number 2. So scary. He called himself the Doctor. Remember, Tainari told us about him. Sataria did say that someone who once got expelled from the academia came back recently. And that even the sages are wary of him. Yep. Sounds like she must have been talking about the Doctor.
We underestimated the scale of this
Yeah.
problem.
Now that the Doctor's in the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the academia. They're in cahoots with the Fatui. But what are the Fatui after this time? Another Gnosis?
We need to find a way to reunite with
Yeah.
Nadia.
Things would be a lot
Nahida.
easier with Nahida's help. Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city. But we can't just keep waiting around, right?
Let's go find someone else who might have been involved.
You mean...
Yeah, let's go find
right.
Tanargi.
Wasn't he invited by the sages to work on some project when we were staying with him in the Vidia forest? That has to be the same
And he straight
project.
said no.
Even though he turned it down at the time, he might still know something. There's no time to lose. Let's go to Gandharvaville.
Oh goodness, this is gonna be a lot. Alrighty. First things first, though. Let's go turn in our dailies. Okay, Venti, don't open your glider. That's fine.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Thank you for completing today.
And then... Alright, now we can go back to... Voltic says, "Oh, traveler, wouldn't the wind gliding be faster?" Yeah, right? And then doesn't open his fucking glider for me like an asshole.
Let's play!
Did I glide too much? There we go.
Hold it right there.
I did. I
A
glided
blonde-haired
just a little.
traveler and a floating ferry. We've got you all right. Take a look around. You've fallen right into our trap.
Are you mercenaries from the Corps of 30? Did you come here to arrest us?
Corps of 30? We're nothing like those government lapdogs who don't even get scraps for their work. We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru. We're here on the orders of a client known only as the Outcast.
The Outcast? An
Oh, no.
outcast from the Academia?
That's what that guy said. He
Well,
sounds
why
like the
wouldn't
doctor.
The doctor just send the Fatui after us.
Local mercenaries might have an edge over the Fatui. Maybe he's taking advantage of the Academia's resources.
Still wasting
Sounds
time
right.
on idle chit-chat. We'll shut you up soon enough. Get them!
Oh, lovely.
You're up, traveler.
Following orders.
New punching bag. Not too far now.
How many of
Be free.
There's this one?
New punching.
Oh, much more. Get tased. All of you get tased. You especially over there. Tased for all of you. Get tased. Ah! More tased. All of you get tased.
I'll protect us.
Everyone got
That was
tased.
pretty rough. Is that what elite mercenaries are like?
Probably won't be long
Yeah.
before we see more of
Looks
them.
like we'll have to keep our guards up. But this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent. He knew exactly where to set up an ambush. Did he predict that we would try to find Kainari? Going up against smart people is tough. Anyway, let's keep going.
Going against smart people is tough, Paimon. But that doesn't mean that we just stop.
I wonder when I'll be as...
Nope. Hey, there's the chica.
Oh, it's the Traveler and Paimon.
Coley.
What are you two doing back here?
Chloe! It's nice to see you again. Are you doing alright?
Meow.
To be honest, I'm not doing too well. My Elazar has been progressing at a faster rate lately. I'm finding it harder to complete more
That's not
intricate
good.
tasks. As a
Mouse,
result,
you're on my
Master Tainari
cords.
is taking me off the patrol
No,
schedule.
don't get on my cords
He
more.
will only allow me to stay here and coordinate other people's tasks.
Oh, Chloe.
It seems like hearing Immersil is our only
Speaking
chance.
of Tainari, did he go off on patrol? We're here to talk to him.
Oh, Master Tainari? He just left the Avidia Forest a little while ago. He was headed to Party's DI.
He left? What? Isn't Tainari always saying that he never wants to leave the Avidia Forest? He even turned down the Sage's invitation.
I thought it was weird too. Master Tainari always prioritizes his work as a forest watcher above everything. He almost never leaves his post. He left in a hurry this time, though. No,
He didn't give a
I
reason?
only found out that he left through a message he left behind. He also made sure to delegate all his tasks using a schedule. To leave in such a hurry? I'd guess he had something urgent to take care of. Master Tainari originally studied in the Amorta Darshan of the Academia, and Partis DI is something like the Amorta's research base. Many rare shrubs and grasses have been planted there for research. I know that before he became a forest watcher, Master Tainari once spent a long time conducting research at Partis DI.
A research base, huh? Gotta wonder what kind of research Tainari just decided to work on all of a sudden. Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Party's DI.
Meows. Buddy, please take care of yourself, Coley.
Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm used to living with Elazar by now. If you run into Master Tainari, please send him my regards.
Got it. Will do. See you later,
Kitty in my lap. Did you know I didn't want you in my lap? I bet you did. I bet that's why you're in my lap right now. I'm literally not sure where we're going. Shouldn't there be a... What? Hold on. Okay, I guess we have to go do this. Hello, Catherine. Greetings, you both look great today. Are you here to take on commissions or deal with other affairs? Why are you both staring at me? Is there something significant you would like to inquire? We, just wanted to take some commissions. Understood. You seem like a seasoned adventurer already. You could say that. You must be well acquainted with the Adventurers Guild way of operation, therefore I won't waste your time going over it. If you have any question for the guild, please feel free to ask me at any time. Please pitch in with the commission in Saramu City. Outstanding adventurers like you will be surely great to help the people here. Safe travelers. Safe travels ad Astra Abyssals. Was that all? Oh great, that's to a place where we haven't gotten a beacony thingy. Oh, we've unlocked this, so let's go there. Hopefully it'll let me touch the teleportation point before it takes me into the story, but we'll see, I guess. Mine.
Scholars' lives. Christ. Rather than asking all these questions, why don't you do your own research first?
Please be careful not to touch the plants here. Here we go!
No, damn.
Look who it is! Thank goodness you're okay. We were so worried about you. Hey, this was supposed to be a touching reunion, but you're ruining the moment.
Actually,
Am I, though?
it's very smart of the Traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the Doctor has shown that his technology can apparently even control human minds. Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we split up and I was facing the Doctor by myself. Even a pool of stagnant water after a torrential storm can occasionally pass as a patch of sky.
Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure analogy.
Huh?
I agree.
But I wasn't trying to win your trust or anything. All I wanted was to clarify my point.
Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about what happened. Are those poor people all right?
When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Thankfully, when the Doctor mentioned depositing information into the subconscious, he didn't mean engraving information into their minds. Instead, he did something closer to creating hallucinations. That was still within my power to fix. Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away from him just as he was about to capture me.
Whew. What a relief. The Doctor sure pulled out some hidden cards, but good thing we had Nahida with us.
I wouldn't be relieved just yet. I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds, which means we've lost another one of our trump cards. Also, the Doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals. Maybe it's only a matter of time until he captures my consciousness inside the Akasha.
Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Then how do we stop him? He's still at the Academia, so it's possible he already started messing with the Akasha.
Our position will only get worse with time.
Feels like he's toying with us. What a nasty piece of work. Plus, the Doctor's combat ability alone is apparently enough to make him worthy of being number 2 of the Fatui.
We shouldn't give up hope just yet. Let's try to find another way to attack this problem.
Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to Party's DI? Have you been waiting for us?
Yes, I have. I can see the Traveler's elemental energy, so I deduced your destination by looking at the direction you were moving in. You didn't come here for sightseeing, right? Did you find any leads?
We're looking for a scholar we know. His name is Tainari, and the sages once tried to reach out to him. Why don't you come inside with us and see what we can find?
Okay, let's just hope we won't get him into trouble.
Okay. Viewpoint. Pretty. And then... Oop. Also, I'm gonna steal precious plants and flowers from this place, because fuck you guys. Literally told me not to touch, so I'm gonna touch everything. Look, it's Hypatia.
Traveler? It is you!
Ah, it's Hypatia!
Long time no
What
see.
a pleasant surprise! It's so nice to see the two of you again.
Who's this?
She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the... what's it called? Satyavada life?
Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time. Ever since I've come here, hardly anyone has even talked to me.
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Actually, for you to leave the Avidia Forest means... you're not in training anymore? Wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach Paripurna life?
What do you think? My consciousness has already managed to make contact with the divine.
You did it! Congratulations!
I'm really happy for you.
It's so exhilarating to share this sublime joy with others at long last. When my consciousness made contact with the gods. Ah, what a supreme and unparalleled experience that was.
That sounds incredible!
Actually, we're in here for
Oh,
Tagnari.
All right. Actually, please wait. I haven't forgotten my promise to you. Remember? I promised to help you understand what you saw from Irminsul once I gained deeper insights. My current self has not only gained true insight, but I can even help you establish a direct connection to the consciousness of the divine.
You can
Why does
do
that sound sketchy as fuck?
I've never heard of anything like that, but if you want to give it a try, I'll do my best to protect your consciousness during the process.
Hold on. I brought some spirit borneal with me. This is still a crucial part of the ceremony.
We're using that incense again?
All right now.
Weed!
Hold
I
my
mean,
hand.
incense.
I'll help you establish a pathway to connect your consciousness.
Okay.
Ready?
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies.
What the
My
hell?
fury will never be quelled.
Is that the Boutonniere's voice?
The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength
Oh,
above
more
all,
reasons to hate her.
she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me.
Okay, calm down. People can't
They
stop
can't
when
be
they die.
trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounce the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity.
Okay.
There is no need to fear. pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
What the fuck? I feel so confused. Yeah, my face.
What was that?
This is neither the Greater Lord's consciousness nor King
Actually, just see
Desseret's
the Balladeer's memories?
Balladeer,
Everything
that's
matches
what
what
it
we know
was.
about him.
Boutonniere, haha.
But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking about?
You saw it, right?
Doesn't he have a gnosis, right?
Right? Such a majestic god! Such a noble will!
Oh, no.
Such sublime emotion! Alas, shame. If only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy mortal heart.
Oh my god.
Oh, great and merciful God! Please grant me forgiveness and salvation!
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no periporno life, but rather...
Wake up, Hypatia.
You! Why are you so mean to me? Why is everyone hiding from me? I found divine wisdom. Shouldn't I receive praise and honor? Haven't I uncovered that light in the darkness?
Hypatia?
That's how I always thought everything should be. Wait. Have I already lost my mind? ...
Bye, Hypatia.
Wait, something isn't right.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be bad on so many levels, isn't it? Hi, Tagnori?
Okay, we finally lost
Wait,
him.
hold on. Gasp!
Are you okay, Nahida? Wait, no. Something feels different. You're back!
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was destroyed. After that, Tainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here.
This time she didn't just transfer her mind into my body.
What? You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's body? Wait, then where is Nahida's consciousness? Where is she now?
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. I don't think this can be achieved with current human technology. Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your body told me to pass on a message. She said, "The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you anymore. But even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies."
Oh no!
Great.
Nahida's trapped in the sanctuary of Surasthana for good this time. Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague.
It's a code that only we know.
That makes sense. Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. She's being extra careful.
Oh, Mouse. You really fucking suck
Even in a
sometimes,
moonless
buddy.
night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies. Huh. Paimon knows the moon illusions and lies are from the alchemical divination at the Sub-Zero's festival. Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria.
The moonlight refers to Nahida herself. Starlight refers to the people of the desert. Illusion and lies refers to Academia's plan. All makes
That makes
sense.
a lot of sense. Huh. Do you think Nahida was telling us to go find help in the desert? But she isn't with us anymore. Think we'll be okay?
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana, correct? Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who was occupying the traveler's body, is the Dendro Archon?
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit complicated, so it's really hard for us to explain right now.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation, safe to say I have witnessed that for myself. I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side. So, I trust you.
Thank you, Tainari. Oh, actually, we came here to ask you a question. What do you know about the project that the sages have been working on?
That. While I was indeed invited to join that project, the sages were always secretive about its scope and goals, so I eventually declined. All I know is that the project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Just receive some new intel.
Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body?
Academia is turning the Balladeer into a god. Oh, good.
Do you have any evidence?
Describe what you saw in exchange when you exchanged consciousness.
So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad. It's because she made contact with the consciousness of a new god who is still in the process of being born.
Tainari, did you leave the Avidia Forest because of Hypatia?
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical, I secretly took her to Pardis DI and began searching for a way to return her to her normal self.
I hope you're doing good.
If I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert, doomed to a life of exile at Aru village. Now that you mention it, I knew the Academia has never thought particularly highly of Lesser Lord Kusanali, but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating a new god.
I hope you guys are doing good.
Looks like I made the right decision by not accepting their invitation.
A little confused on what's going on in Genshin, but I'm good. The Fatui may have fanned the flames.
The Balladeer. We have 2 Fatui harbingers in Sumeru. Sounds like we're in for a bad time. From your description, I don't think they've completed their project. There may still be room for us to intervene. But then, what is the connection between creating a new god and restoring Irminsul?
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the sage's goals.
Let's head to the desert for now. We must stop them no matter what.
Right.
Let's head for
We've
the
pretty
desert
much
now.
gone over everything we need to know, so we should head out. How about you, Tainari? What are you going to do?
I'll stay here for now. I still want to try a few more things to help Hypatia. If you're planning to go into the desert, start by heading for Caravan Ribat. That'll be your fastest route. Come find me here if there's anything else I can do to help. May the spirit of wisdom go with you.
Thanks, Tainari. Hopefully Hypatia will feel better soon. We're off then.
Oh, goodness. Why does it still say... Okay, we did our commissions. Mm-hmm. Oh, because Sarah... That's why. Okay.
Right now, I wish I was sitting at the top of a tree, looking out over a meadow, cider in hand.
You and me both. Oh, good. More places we haven't gotten anything.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Yes, it would if we knew where we were going. That triangle doesn't look ominous at all. Yes, Mouse, I love you too. Headbutts, headbutts. Right in the middle of a fight, too.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Nope.
Be free. Stabilize.
Man, this poor guy just keeps getting juggled.
Farewell.
Oh, this had a chest attached to it. Yay.
Unsolicited.
Where do you think
And
you're
all the more valuable for
it. Be free.
That sucked. Pretty flowers that maybe I can pick? Okay. Oh, it gives me more, stamina. I'm pretty sure this is where we're going. Yes. Maybe.
I should be able to get some cheaper spices this time.
There it is. I'm confused on why the forest and the desert belong to Nahida. The forest I understand, but the desert? That doesn't make much sense. What a wall. Okay, there we go. Now we finally triggered it.
We finally made it to Caravan Rebot. It's pretty lively here. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
It is indeed quite impressive.
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Hi, Haytham. I like that one. Where
Over
did
here.
he come from?
Oh, Haytham went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
No one can outrun the bard. You love Alhaitham? Yeah, Alhaitham's great. At least what I know so far.
What the? Where did he go? How did we lose him? They were just here a second ago.
More Aramite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time? Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago.
Thanks, Alhaitham.
There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the Academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the Academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the Academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the Academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Oh, right. You do have a point.
Do you participate in the Sage's
I
big
have no
project?
interest in running errands for that project.
As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages can offer.
So you were actually looking for me?
Not quite.
You and all of your abs?
To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first came to be. Which brings me back to you, and why you're so interesting. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you, and upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
That's because I have been so shocked to hear those words again. World forget me.
You really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers stuff like that?
No, I can't share what I know just yet, because the situation's
So
a little
that's your answer.
complicated.
Well, I do work for the academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Am I right? ...
No
No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
That's right. We have the same plan as you. But we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else. Well, would you like to head there together?
Let's head there together then.
Better to travel with
Giving
someone
me
you
a
know.
non-choice of speaking, for fuck's sake. Where the hell am I going now? Oh, even further out. Well, at least it's to a statue, so I can get more of the map. My shiny. Hello, Wisp. What would you like to show us?
Farewell!
Chest.
Careful. Some Saurians like to hide in chests like this. Probably an introvert thing.
Hi, what you guys doing?
The wrong test subject.
Farewell!
Fry! Picked the wrong test subject.
More chest. Chest
Unsolicited.
for the will.
And all the more
That is a scorpion. We're just gonna Ooh, what are those? They look like bananas. Acacia nut. Man, I hope we're still going the right way. Can I ask, why don't you level up the world? Oh, so, let's see if I can show this correctly. I am going through, see this, and making all of the stuff that I need so that way when I do level up the world, I have all of my people ready to just level up with me. Raisley's gonna take forever. I made the mistake once already of leveling up the world before I was actually ready, and that sucked so bad. Oh man, it sucks so bad. Sorry, my automod caught you. What's this? Do you want to join my world and get flowers and such? If you're on American servers, sure. I actually need beetles for Risley the most.
Before us lies Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. What a cool place! Let's go check it out!
Oh, did you? That's cool. Oh, what the hell? I just looked up and we're fighting. Why are we fighting?
Sino. Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment, just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Alhaitham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Alhaitham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
I don't trust him as much as you seem to think, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stand by and do nothing.
Paimon doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Alhaitham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the Divine Knowledge Capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
So
no
you
wonder
did lie
you
to
speak
us.
with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
Is it a mission from the sages?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two! What's going on? What should we do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them.
Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Yeah.
Great! Finally, someone that we can trust! You gotta help us out
Kind
here.
of.
Otherwise, these two are gonna start fighting again!
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
Dot dot dot. Also dot dot dot. Also dot dot dot. They're still looking for an opportunity to attack.
Did you hear a word I just said?
Whoosh! I just expect Venti to like.
The wind's so strong! Is this a sandstorm? Paimon's gonna get blown away!
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover!
Someone's calling for us! Oh, this wind is too strong! Let's get over there!
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you Academia folks such hard work? Move it!
Borg.
All right, stop
Please
yelling.
include your audio for my thank you. Hello.
So the full moon is tonight.
Yes.
Don't move my car. No, por favor.
Oh my god, there are so many fucking dot dot dots right now.
Give me un momento, por favor. I need to go move my cards.
And you go move your cards, buddy.
Well, this is pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with three people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru Village.
I like your
Our
eyes.
savior has come at last. Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
You have my gratitude.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started.
Your brain don't want to do brain things? Well, if it helps, the moon cleansing is going to be a really easy and really simple thing to do, but you do have to do it outside.
Is going out on my porch good enough?
As long as you can see the moon.
Fuck.
And now that you have set foot
I
within
have
our
no
village
idea which
itself,
way the moon.
it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us.
Follows the same pattern as the sun. No. Part of the sky is the fucking moon.
So please,
That's
have
a
an honest
problem.
and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Oh, also, friend, I'm probably not going to be able to remember what to do, like, when the time comes, so you're probably going to have to send this to me, like, in my DMs or something.
Or you could write it down as I'm telling it to you.
I always forget to check to write what I wrote down. I do that shit all the fucking time unless somebody tells me to check it. I can't write myself notes. I'll never check them.
That's not my problem, buddy. Now is it?
Nope.
Damn right, no.
On second thought, I may have misjudged Candace's character.
Besides, it's really simple. You should be able to remember it.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready to receive instructions.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia.
Rain should be ready.
Okay. So look, tonight you need to find yourself in a place outside under the moon. You're going to take your deck as a whole, and for about, I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes, you're going to hold it and channel the moon's energy into it. Then you're going to take each card one by one and kind of just like let it have some time under the moon. Make sure that they're cleared, you know, in order like before.
They're currently cleared, sitting in their box.
Perfect. Make sure every single card gets some time in the moonlight. And that's literally all you have to do.
Oh, that's...
Put them back together, hold them under the moon for just a little bit longer, and then you're done.
Yo! You know what?
Do I make
I could
myself
make
clear?
something out of this. I could ask Ma if she wants to just go chill in the park for a bit. Because there's a park, like, just across the street from my house, basically. And it's like just a massive open field.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring my tarot deck. Maybe bring a blanket or something to put the fucking cards on so they're not sitting directly on the dirt.
Alright, we got it, Candace.
Or the grass.
That's what I like to hear.
And we
So,
have, like,
which of
camping
you will
chairs for
begin?
us to sit on.
Okay. Well, do whatever you need. Just make sure that you get it done.
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now.
Well, my mom was
Anyway,
asking
one of
for
those two should probably start
a
talking.
reading. She's like, could you do a reading for me with this deck? I'm like, yeah, but I'd have to, like, talk to Loaded
Give
to,
me a second,
like,
Sin.
learn how to do it.
Give me 1 second, Sin. Hi, Bilbo. So what's going on right now is my friend here, for his birthday, got his first tarot card deck, and I'm teaching him how to use it, how to clean it, and how to keep it happy. Sorry that it's kind of intruding on our Genshin time.
Oh, yeah,
my
I
suggestion
apologize
is...
as well for intruding on Genshin time with this.
That's okay. My suggestion with reading for your mom is not to do it until you have a better understanding of both the cards and actual, like, readings. That website I gave you should help you with that. But also, you know, practice makes perfect, so if you feel comfortable...
Yeah.
Oh, Bilbo says hi, by the way.
Yeah, I'm in chat. Yeah, hi, Bilbo.
Oh, are you in chat? Okay.
Yeah. Hold on. I got it. Why does it tell me that every time?
So, if you feel comfortable with it, I'm not going to dissuade you from doing it. Just let your mom know that, like, this is your first time doing tarot card readings. It's not going to be quite accurate.
Yeah.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
That makes sense, right? Like, this is something I'm just starting. I'm not going to be very proficient.
Exactly.
I have nothing to hide.
And that I
So
understand.
there's no shame in explaining myself.
So, basically what I'm getting is, it's cool to do a reading for my mother, if I'm personally comfortable with that.
Yes, exactly.
I should also
If you're
make
not
sure she
comfortable-
understands what she's getting herself into in the fact that I am a novice reader, and be like, the reading might not be the most accurate thing because I myself am new to this.
Exactly.
Okay.
Also make sure that the cards are okay with it too.
Yeah.
Using that method that I showed you.
Yeah, don't worry. I've
If
also been
everything
learning how
lines
to
up,
bridge.
then
I've
it's
also
fine.
been learning how to
I'll hate them
bridge
wasn't
cards
wrong
because,
about
like,
the other
you know
mantra
that
not knowing my
that black
whereabouts.
case of like
It's
2
not
decks
because
that I
I've been
had.
assigned a
One
morally
of them
dubious
turned out to be
mission.
just a standard black and white tarot that is now sitting in a bandana. Well, the other one's just a normal deck of cards, so I've been using it to learn how to bridge.
No, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Rather.
Because
I've chosen to exile myself.
Bridging is one of the easiest ways to shuffle a deck and make sure that there's certain cards reversed and certain cards not reversed.
Huh? Exile yourself?
So
Indeed.
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning.
But yeah. So no, I should be able to remember how to do that.
Yeah, like I said, it's super easy.
Yeah.
Very few steps. Also, just as a suggestion, I would not suggest doing her tarot tonight. The full moon cleansings for tarot cards are like they're a rest.
Oh, I know.
for
I
the
wasn't.
tarot
I wouldn't. No,
cards.
no, no. I wasn't going to. I was
Okay,
gonna.
I
I was
just
gonna
wanted to
give the
make
deck
sure.
another day or two to continue resting. Like, well, I think the past like 4 days, it's been sitting in its box, getting a really good sleep. Because like the moment it got here, I worked the shit out of it. Right.
Right.
So I figured I'd be really, really nice to this deck and basically give it all the time in the world to rest, give it its cleansing, and then give it a couple extra days to continue resting on top of that.
Yeah, that sounds good. Some readings have to be done on full moons, no moons, and dark moons, but usually when you cleanse a deck for a full moon, you just let it rest for a couple of days, you know? Let it have its bath.
Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission
Yeah.
reached his desk. He even said
What
to
kind
me,
of readings do you have to do on a fucking full moon, though?
Oh man, so many readings can be done on the full moon, to be honest with you. Specifically, the New Year readings are usually done on the Shamalhain full moon or the Halloween full moon, so the full moon in October. I do financial readings in February on the full moon. It's kind of just the groove, you know what I mean? You'll find your own
the
groove
power
soon
of the
enough.
General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us.
So they really are up to no good.
I realized
A
then
fucking
that to the
abort.
Grand Sage, the
I
mantra
need
nothing
to go
more than
live.
tools for
I
the sages
haven't
to
been
assert
streaming
and
recently.
maintain their control
I need to
over
make sure I
knowledge.
maintain some sort of schedule. Today is Monday,
Yeah.
and my schedule's supposed to be Monday through
The
Friday,
vows that
like
we
1
took,
to 9.
The principles
/
that we
1
strive
to
to uphold,
11.
They are meaningless to the academia of today.
Depending on how I feel.
So then you decided to
I
exile
believed it would be
yourself.
wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance
Sorry,
to take
reading
action
for
against
Genshin.
me.
Oh.
This way,
I heard so you decided
they
to
can no
exile
longer
yourself.
see
I'm like,
nor
wait, what,
predict
huh?
my actions.
I mean, low-key, maybe, but what? Where'd that come from?
Well, I'm having this thing where, like, I'm pausing their speech in between us talking, and then every time we're kind of silent, I keep going forward in the story, because, you know,
That way you don't
I don't want my
overload the
viewers.
viewers.
Well,
There's
yeah,
no need for
and
someone
also
else to
I'm
give
an
me
ass.
power or
I'm an
authority.
ass.
Once
I mean,
I
valid.
find the truth,
Fair enough.
I
I'm
will
also an
administer
ass, so I
judgment
can't
by my
really say
own
anything
name.
about that.
Did you want to stream together, or do you have your own streaming content to do today?
I'm a variety streamer, so I stream anything and everything I play.
I was more asking if we wanted to stream some Payday.
So we can do Payday or Baldur's Gate.
Convergently, well, I was gonna say Baldur's Gate or Terraria. We still have to go build in your house.
Oh god, yeah. That's gonna be a lot of work.
Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a
Just
lot
the
less
test
scary.
world. All that lava.
It's still too early to trust him completely.
Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Alhaitham as a target?
Mouse, my leg is dying.
When I was
I'd be
investigating
down for
the
some
matter in the
Baldur's Gate
academia,
and some Payday.
I overheard a conversation between Alhaitham and a sage.
I mean, Terraria is a really big project. I think
The
that would be
sages
more
asked
for
you to investigate a
me,
blonde-haired
you, and
traveler.
my wife from home. We all work
Do
on
you
it
dispute
together.
this, Alhaitham?
I just want to do it on stream since it's going to be a lot of content. Yeah,
do
Bilbo,
it on stream.
Payday 2 is something that we play a lot. Well, let me rephrase that. I play Payday 2 all the time. My friend Sin here has to be dragged, kicking and screaming to be my bag boy.
I don't have to be dragged, kicking and screaming. I just gotta be persuaded a little. Maybe get bribed a tiny bit.
Dragged, kicking, and screaming.
It's not the same thing.
You have 500 hours in Payday? That's awesome.
Jesus.
I have somewhere near 3,000 hours.
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented.
Friendo.
Now
What?
throw in your suspicious
like my hours in
behavior
Dark
with the
Souls,
divine
goddamn.
knowledge capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
Like 3K hours. Yeah, if you take
Yeah.
if you take my time in like
give or
Dark
take.
Souls 1, 3, and Elden Ring combined, I beat you by like 500. That's it.
Yeah, but here's the difference. In Payday, I do the same 5 missions over and over and over again. So most of that 300k is actually, or 3,000, sorry, 300k. 3,000 is literally me in Shadow Raid.
God damn.
So
Yeah, and
no,
then
there's like
me.
easily 1,000 hours just in Shadow Raid. Period.
Yeah, and then there's me. I have like 1,500 hours in DS1, 1,500 in DS3, and then like 500 hours in fucking Elden Ring. As I said, I beat you by like 500 hours at most.
The
But
sages
that's
were watching me
combining
from
my
the very
hours.
beginning.
But that's combining
was
my
indeed
hours from
tasked with
3
investigating
different
the traveler.
games.
Okay, well, don't ask about my Terraria hours.
If I'm not mistaken, Dark Souls is literally the time I've invested most of, like, literally the most of my time into. So, like, there's no game I have that I have more time into than the Dark Souls series.
Oh, seriously?
If I'm not mistaken, yeah, no, I can't say
After
that I
all,
have more than, like,
the promised
technically
reward was
3,500
so great
hours
that
put into
hardly
any
any
game
scholar could
genre
have
even.
refused.
Like, I couldn't even say
The
I put
sage
that much
told
time
me,
into all of the Borderlands
once you've
games,
completed this
and I've
assignment,
played
I can give you a glimpse
about
of
1,000
divine
hours in
knowledge.
Borderlands 2. So,
Hold on, Bilbo says Shadow Raid, is there something to do when you play it like 5 times? I don't think that there's anything like particular about Shadow Raid if you do it a whole bunch. Shadow Raid is my favorite. My favorite to do. I live in America, and murky water is a direct, is a direct influence of Blackwater, which is a mercenary group here in America that is horrible and trash. So I like being able to load up a game where I can literally steal from these horrible trash-ass mercenaries. That's just how it is with me.
And
also,
I'm just
apparently
along for the ride
Alhaitham has
part.
been a bitch to us this entire time. Huh?
I'm
What's
just
that?
along.
Just send-
I'm just along for the ride because of Bark.
The
Bark.
most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one
That
key
I don't really
piece
have
of
any issues
information,
with repeat doing the same
namely
mission
that
on
divine
repeat.
knowledge
Like,
indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my
I
perspective,
used to play the shit out of Black
the
Ops
sages
2
are far
as a
from
kid,
trustworthy.
and like it's just the same
Think
zombie
about
maps
it.
over and over and over
Isn't
again.
it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone?
So I mean,
even as a reward?
I don't have an issue with repetition, especially when I've done the Easter egg on Origins like 50 plus times.
I began my own
easily,
investigation following the lead of the divine
and my highest
knowledge
round
capsule.
solos over round 70.
In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing
And
to
that
this
was after
rather than
completing the Easter
collaborating with
egg?
the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ainul Ahmar mercenary.
Bilbo says, yeah, I have
incapable of
like
remaining
200
sane for
hours
long
in
enough to
GTA
hold a
Online.
conversation.
2,000 hours,
2K
sorry.
hours, yeah. As I said, I'm in chat, friend.
Well, yeah, but I still gotta read it out because it's not... Chat doesn't pop up on my stream. So I have to read it out for my video.
You mean
That and I
that
like
the sages originally
fair
planned
enough.
to dispose of you, using one of those
I don't have my
capsules
chat
that
pop
drive
up in
people
stream
insane?
either, and I don't normally I don't be like this person says this. I just like be like I just read it out loud because I just read to myself.
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the academia I was
and
waiting in
it
Port
also helps
Ormos for
people
you to
know that I've
appear
seen
so they
their
wouldn't
message.
suspect anything.
Or that I'm currently
Well-
responding to it.
So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the divine knowledge capsule.
Criminals do love to talk
Right,
about
you can't play shooter
coincidences.
games, can you, friend?
Me? I can, I just don't.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the academia. Also, you should remember,
Have you heard of the
you were the ones
finals?
who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I
Hold
left
on,
that
give me a
tavern.
second. Is that enough to prove his innocence?
Alhaitham helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
Okay, Sin, what did you say?
Have you heard of the finals?
Yeah, I've heard of the finals. I'm not that big into hero shooters anymore, though, buddy. I'm not that big into shooters in general anymore.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the divine
The
knowledge
finals isn't
capsule behind
really
your
a
back
hero
because I judged its existence to be a significant risk.
Buddy, it
I
is.
felt that it would be best
Pat,
for
pat.
no one to interact with it
the
before
fin-
it had been properly studied.
Yes.
The game where you choose to be either a light, medium, or heavy, and then choose a gun loadout and then just go around and shoot the shit out of people, basically.
Yes, is literally a hero shooter, my friend. It's a simplified hero shooter, but it is a hero shooter all the same.
After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
You should be well aware, Scribe
Brain
Alhaitham,
hurty.
that curiosity can
Your brain
also
always
lead you
hurts.
to danger and suspicion.
Okay.
Answer me this.
Fair.
Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
Bilbo says, yeah, just running and shooting games kinda, yeah.
As you wish.
Good.
Oh.
I'm glad to see you two clearing up your
I like games where you
misunderstandings.
just run around shoot things.
And now you, Dia. I believe it's your
Especially when
turn.
those things are people.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out. Ahem. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her
No matter how
illness
much
at
it
home.
pisses me off when they shit on me instead.
I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru Village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here.
Huh. They've added
But
new
then I
stuff.
saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Bilbo says, yeah, but after some time it gets repetitive and boring, at least for me. Well, at least for me. Just as an aside, I'm gonna try to get through this cutscene, and then me and my Bark friend over here are probably gonna switch over to a Payday stream. I will shut down my stream for a moment, just so that I have this stream separate from my Payday stream, but then I will load it right back up.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, dear.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
That doesn't sound good.
What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
Mouse, why are you a long kitty in my lap?
Creatures? In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave him to
I rub your
Candace.
belly.
Don't worry,
I rub your
she's
belly.
as tough as they come.
After a while, the wind outside began to calm.
The wind's died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
Alright, we've passed the cutscene. I'm going to shut down this stream and then start up a Payday stream. Thank you guys for holding on with me. Give me 1 second as I switch over my streams.